All right, guys, happy 2025, January 7th, coming to you. Super excited, super proud of all of our accomplishments last year. And so just posted a reel. I want you guys to check that out when you guys have a moment. Share that with your audiences. And it was these numbers here. Now, obviously, all of the numbers are final. I think we're probably off a little bit, but this is how you guys ranked in the United States of America for closed sales volume. And here's our number right here, number 2. Yes, we are number 2, and Kenny doesn't really care too much about this. I care a little bit more about this, but what's great about this is
Oh,
that
number two. Go number two.
what's cool about this is that when you think about our volume year over year compared to 2023, obviously our team is a lot smaller than it was in 2023, but we still managed to do almost the same amount of volume, about 16 million shy of the volume that we did the year before with more agents. And so you guys are selling more homes, per agent productivity is going up. And I just wanted to share that with you because there's a lot of people at this company. There's a lot of people at this company. Accurate numbers, over 87,000 people at this company. And you guys still were able to do what you did despite a year of change, right? Despite a year of change, you guys still came out as champions. So I just want to pause for a quick moment, give everybody on this call a round of applause. Let's get some emojis. Let's get some reactions on the call, you guys. So congratulations to you, to all of your success and where we are heading in 2025. I appreciate that. Really good stuff. I'm going to go over to Karina. Did you have a quick teaching moment for the week? No, we're going to pass on that. All right, cool. Well, you guys, we want to make this all about you. It's been busy the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you guys are ready. My hope is that you have your calendar planned. You guys are ready to just go into 2025 and really start the momentum of your business. You don't need a resolution to have a good year. All you need is standards, and those standards never move and they never waver. That's what's going to separate you in 2025. Kenny, anything you want to share before we get started officially?
Yeah, I mean, regarding like resolutions, it's always about you've heard it over and over, like habits and lifestyle, not resolutions and goals. And I just signed up for another class called EOS training. I've been through the training a couple of times. It's a lot of money. I just have to be in for this Team Leader Academy EXP thing. But yesterday I was on it. It's like setting goals, setting rocks. I would just suggest if you guys are setting goals and stuff to do it by the quarter. I want to get these 3 things done, these 3 big projects, marketing systems implemented by this date. You want to do sooner by end of January. I want this done by end of February. That'll probably get you more success and a lot less headache and overwhelmness than trying to do a big stretch goal. Because just give you an example, last year when we started the year, we were expecting way less agents and about the same production. And by March, we set the goal of the agents in production, and we pretty much landed on the goal we set. We didn't set a goal that was too big. This year, I mean, I'll just do a public declaration. Like, I really believe our sales will be up 20% this year, but I think our agent count total net will probably be down 25. We're 190 right now. I see that going to 150, but I think our per agent productivity will be higher. This is based on everything I've read from every broker and every article and whatever, which is good. That means the agents doing business will do a lot more business this year. Everything's forecasting that. Give you like a quick example. There's almost 40% more inventory year over year in Oakland. So these big metro markets has a lot more opportunities to get your buyers in contract.
Yeah, and you know, I echo that sentiment. I think that it builds our community even stronger. You know, as people leave our environment, I think that we're able to focus more on the people that actually want to be here. They're raising their hand, that need our support. And so I'm really excited about where we are and where we're heading. And I love that Kenny said bite-sized chunks. Remember when we did our business planning, when we had you guys pull out your calendars and pull out your computers and pull out your phones, we planned just the first quarter of the year. I get it. You guys have goals, you guys have aspirations, you have income goals and targets for the year, but everything needs to be in really small bite-sized chunks. And so week by week, quarter by quarter, super, super excited. And obviously, if you guys need additional help, let us know. I'm gonna go right into our slides. It's been a busy last couple of weeks to close out the year. So let's get right into this. But before we do so, brand new year. Does anybody have any events that are coming up that they want to share, they want to plug, they want to talk about, anything going on in their community that they'd like to share with the masses before we go forward? Anybody going once?
It's not the community.
I have one.
Oh,
all right.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. Let's throw our hands up. That way I can see and I don't miss it. We'll go with Kun. Go ahead first off.
I have one of my biggest listings up to date in one of the best neighborhoods in Oakland, California. Open house Twilight this Thursday from 5 to 7. Whoever could make it, would love to see you guys there. The address is 712 Longridge Road. Kenny, can you put that in the chat for me, please? 712 Longridge Road. Whoever could make it, I will throw it live either tonight or tomorrow morning. I will post it in Slack too. I will have food and drinks there, so hope to see as many people as possible.
Wonderful. Congratulations once again. Love it. Let's go to our furry friendly realtor, and then Glenn, you'll be on deck after her.
Hi, so I am working on an event at the end of this month in collaboration with the Money Store and Liz and Anthu. We are going to have I messaged this rescue in Hayward, and so they've agreed to let me do like a little foster or adopting a dog event. So I'm working on putting that together, shooting for the 25th of this month. So keep an eye out. We're gonna have beer on tap, and we're gonna do like an overview of the home buying process and possibly talking about the NAR settlement. So if you guys can come out, it's probably gonna be on Saturday from 1 to 3. But you'll see more. I'm going to try to get more marketing going. So
I love it. I love it. Do me a favor though. Please don't send anything related to the dogs to my wife, because she's been talking to me about dogs lately, and then she cried yesterday because one of the dogs got adopted. And so just please don't.
oh.
I'm curious to know what you're going to talk about with the settlement. I think that I think we're past that. I mean, I'm curious to know what you want to do with that conversation, but I think that we're pretty clear from that. I mean, consumers are, pretty aware now, but, stoked for your event, stoked that you're doing something that you really enjoy with the dogs and that community. It's a great opportunity. I think we're going to end up with the dog probably within the next month or so. I just know it based on where we're at.
They're the best. You have to have a dog.
I know. I had one for 12 years, and my son's never had one. So fully support this cause. Let's go, Glenn. Let's hear from you. What is your contribution? What's the event?
Yeah, so I'm president of a nonprofit theater company out of Pleasanton and Livermore, and we open Rock of Ages this weekend. So if you are looking for something to do, there's an amazing, talented volunteer cast that gets out on stage. And I love the opportunity for me to get out and in front of my community. I get to talk to them beforehand. So if you're looking for something to do, livermorearts.org.
Love it. And what's your role? Do you perform? Do you have a segment?
I love to perform, but as the president, I get to do the curtain speech. So I get to kick things off, as the show starts, but also a producer. So I work and do all the things, move sets, do sound, all that good stuff. So very passionate about it and love the space.
Yeah, and I've heard you speak. I heard you speak at the Bay East Association of Realtors. I think Kenny was on that panel. George was on that panel. So great job. Great job. Anybody else have they want to plug? Anything else that they want to speak about? Okay, cool. So we're going to do something. We'll put it on the calendar for the people that are not going to Inman. I know a couple of you are going to Inman. I think Vernon's going, Melody's going. What we're going to do is we're going to be out in Inman for 4 days. And then what we'll do is we'll put something on the calendar to have like an unpacking and mastermind around the things that we heard from Inman. So if you don't have the ability to go and travel and spend the money, we'll make sure to bring that information back and mastermind with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. That will be on the calendar. But if you are going to be on the East Coast, the January 21st to the 24th, would love to see you there. Hit me up. I have an ambassador code. You'll save, a couple $100 if you do want to go out to Inman. And it's just a beautiful time of year to be out in New York. Before we go any further, Kenny, I know that we had spoke about this yesterday with marketing resources, social media, team assets. So you and I, let's talk a little bit about this year in review. I'll turn it over to you and I'll talk a little bit about it as well.
Yeah, I mean, now's a great time to kind of do a humble brag about your stats last year. I've seen Kun do it, Eric, Kevin Boyd. I know not all of us are savvy on Canva, so we borrow some ideas from other agents I've seen, and so we're whipping some stuff up for you, and should have those templates ready for you. And if you need a reference or want to do something creative yourself, again, you can look at Kun, Kevin Boy,
Okay.
or Kang that I just saw this week. I saw like, and some other agents had good examples. Your clients want to see that you are active, you're producing. Other things you can mention too. You have listing, maybe how many listings you're representing, how many buyer sides, percent over sales price over list price on the sales listing, number of offers on average. If you have good numbers, so just find creative ways, or even do storytelling, insert a comment. But here's your chance to tell people that you had a great year and you're in a position to serve even more people this year. So now's the one time to brag about your success of last year.
Yeah, I completely encourage you guys to do this. And here's the thing, maybe you're thinking, well, I don't have a lot of production. It's all right. There was something that you did in 2024 that you felt you experienced some growth. Maybe you completed a triathlon, you completed a marathon, you did a Centurion ride, whatever the case is, you experienced some tremendous growth. So if you don't have all the production numbers, it's cool. You could still show the growth that you displayed in 2024. So we're working on something right now. Be on the lookout. Just know that it's still not too late. And I think it's a better time now because everyone's already posted theirs. And then you guys come with your, year in review and recap. I think that it still has legs and there's still time to do that. So we'll give you a template. You guys use it, manipulate it, do whatever you want with that, but that definitely should be done no later than the 17th of this month to give it some, some real pizzazz, I guess you should say. All right, Moli, I'm gonna turn it over to you for the new form.
Yeah, it's just a different look on the form. Same links work, but kind of streamlining, closing some loose ends, modifying, updating some stuff. So your admin requests and your marketing requests are on one form. So regardless if you click one link, oh, I already had it bookmarked, they all go to the same form. The information that you need to submit, files, upload files, whatever, it's all there. So it's just a new look, but streamlining it so we don't have a link for this, a link for that. However, keep in mind, this is for admin and marketing, so we're combining those two. Your HighNote listing presentation request form still remains the same. It's completely separate because that requires a different set of credentials and information, as well as the request for your Shredditors. Again, it's a different form because it requires a different type of upload, but your admin and marketing are now on one board.
Beautiful. Jay, you had your hand up really quick. Let's go to you.
Yeah, so since we're combining the admin and marketing form, does that mean the people that are also doing the admin task, are they all kind of combined now?
Yep, they're all on the same board. They've always had access to the other boards, but just so to avoid confusion and avoid me following up. So Evangeline asked the question, if you guys submit a form, now keep in mind, okay, because this could be Mama Moli coming out. If you submit a form in the 12th hour, Friday evening, because you failed to plan for an open house or whatever, do not expect same day request guaranteed, okay? I'm going to help train you. My VAs will do the best to get back to you. But if you do not hear from a VA or receive a confirmation, yes, let me know. Most of you guys who've been in that predicament already know. DM me. Let me know, hey, can you check on this? And I will, sometimes I'll hop in and do it myself, but it's going to be a problem with my team if I have to. So if you don't hear from them when you submit it, yes, please reach out to me so that I can light a fire or find out what's going on. We want to get you guys taken care of in a timely manner. But also when you're submitting information, make sure that it's accurate and complete. If you are missing photos, if you are missing the price, if you are missing the city or the address, again, that's going to delay your request from being submitted, from being returned to you complete. So yes.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Just a quick comment like on the marketing. So like me, Elias, and Patrick talk a lot when we're constantly on Instagram and we see something cool to copy or R&D. If you guys see anything out there you guys want or that you think look great that we should create, always feel free to send it to Moli or one of us so we can maybe implement that into our system too. whether it's a great video idea, a great physical marketing.
I think Kenny was cutting out. I know some of you guys do that. But what he was saying was like, if you're out and about, like I was at Valley Fair this past weekend and I do it all the time. If I see a really cool design or a logo, or if I'm out and about, I'll screenshot it and I'll play with it myself. But if you guys are out or you see somebody else's collateral mailed to you, emailed to you, I get a ton of MailChimp templates from other agents with newsletters or whatever. I may not like the whole thing, but there might be a category or a segment in there that I think would be cool for the team. If you see that for your own personal branding or marketing, screenshot it, send it to me or the team, and then we'll try to recreate that for you to use. So always keep your eyes and ears open. I do it all the time. And if you're stuck, as Brian on the call, he knows I'd be straight on Pinterest. Like whatever you think, whatever you're imagining, Pinterest is another way to kind of get thoughts out or kind of look to see what are other people doing, how are they using this, whether it be events, marketing, furniture, whatever it is. That's another one that I use for inspiration.
I personally think if you guys are stuck and maybe you're hitting a wall of like, what do I create? What do I say? A really good way to get out of that funk is to newsjack, meaning if you're reading an article and for example, Peter did one yesterday about Dave & Buster's moving to Jack London Square. Now that space has been there forever. They had plans for that space for years now, but now it's going to be Dave & Buster's. Now, he didn't have that many views, but when he had checked within 2 hours, it had already been saved or shared 100 times. And so when you guys see articles, whether they're building a new brewery, they're bringing in a new school, they have a new whatever it is in your area, look at that article, take that article and just put it up as a green screen and talk about that and share that, because people are looking to you as a commentator, as a journalist of what's going on in our communities, and each of you have the ability to do so. If you ever find yourself at a lull, or if you find yourself having some writer's block or creative block, read more, find articles about what's happening in local communities as well as the market, and then just use that as a green screen and give your narrative. I promise you, things like that will trend. So Peter, you just put your update there. So we'd only talked about it last night. So 280 likes now, 611 shares, and 12,000 views in 24 hours. So Peter, how long did it take you to create that video? 2 minutes. Here's the thing. And did you write any of the content? No, the article was written for him. He just gave his voice to it. So you guys,
that video got more shares than 95% of us got our entire feed all of last year. So just food for thought.
Yeah. So you guys just read more. Look at what's going on in your industry. You got a new restaurant that's coming in. I got this place called Loma Brewery that's coming out across the street from the Great Wolf Lodge. Like there's so many different cool things that you guys can talk about. That content's already built. The author is already the author. All you have to do is commentate on the news that was already created for you. It is an incredible way to get past writer's block or creative block if you're searching for something to create on social media. But let's go back into this. I'll save this for a moment, but let's get back into our new escrows. You guys were busy the last couple of weeks. Let's get right into this. New escrows listed at 160 and 273 in Oakland and Concord, but I'm going to have this person stand up. I know she's got a cheering squad behind her. They're in the Stockton office. Brianna Tejeda, Chicken Mom, first contract, first of many. We know what you've been doing behind the scenes. You've been in intensity. You've been in fast cap. You've been showing up no matter what. And I just want to give you the kudos and give you all the flowers that are deserved. So Brianna Tejeda, go ahead and take the mic. Congratulations on your first official deal with us. Go ahead.
I am super excited, trying not to be too excited because we're still in contract.
Temper the excitement.
It is someone that's dear to me. It's one of my cousins, and she was going to go and rent. And I was like, absolutely not. If you have to sit down with the lender first before you decide to rent. And my lender got her pre-approved, and we went shopping 3 weekends. We found the one, negotiated back and forth for about 2 days, and I won out another offer.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations to you. I sentiment those hands clap. It's going to be a really, really big year for you. You know, not only do you have support from the company, but you guys have a really tight group in the Stockton office. And so love that the community that you guys have built there in the office. So huge shout out to
I
you.
could not have done it without them. Like serious.
Well, hey,
They were
congratulations
the
to you.
backbone. And Dominique, because my advisor is amazing. Like
That's
she
right.
is amazing.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, Elias Astuto. We're going to go on to the next category. Thank you for muting yourself. Brittany got in contract twice, once in, excuse me, both in Sacramento, 374 and then 790. And Pamela Spivey and Samandy got into contract in Newman. I think Samandy is driving. Let me see if I see her on. Are you still there, Samandy? Going once. Samandy
Yes, give me 1 second. Let me take it off Bluetooth. Can you hear me?
We can, loud and clear. Tell us a little bit about this deal out in Newman.
So this is a knockout buyer. We've been home searching for about 3-4 months now. We finally found her the one. And yeah, this is Miss Pam helping me out. She's the one that brought on the client. And I don't know, I don't have nothing else to say.
What's that Newman market like? Is it competitive? I know it's more rural. Tell us a little bit about that market.
It's definitely competitive over there because if you're familiar with the Central Valley, when you come towards Tracy, it's because you're coming from the East Bay pretty much. So I learned that throughout the years of living out here. And when you're out in Newman, I know it sounds like hella far and like there's nothing over there, but everybody from the South Bay go towards Los Baños. So that's what makes it like Los Baños expensive. Because at first I'm like, why the hell is it hella expensive over here? It's like in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that's their 1 hour drive from San Jose. Morgan Hill is to come to Hill, Marcastine, Newman, and those areas. So yeah, it's a little South Bay over there, just like there's a little East Bay over here.
That's right. That's right. Well, congratulations to you, to Miss Pam, and to Brittany. We're going to continue cruising on. Next up, Carla got in contract on a flex deal in Oakland for $400,000. Jay got in a contract in Sassoon for $440,000, and Joey Boy got in a contract in San Pablo. Jay, I'm going to turn it over to you, my man. Let's go over to you. Let's hear a little bit about the Sassoon market, what you're experiencing, what was the strategy, and what worked to get this offer accepted. So let's go, Jose. We'll turn it over to you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So this buyer is actually a daughter of our previous client. So it's a referral. About the Sassoon market, there's a bunch of listings. So actually they liked 3 homes. So we pitched offer on 3 homes and one of them stuck. And yeah, I mean, I think a lot more opportunities for buyers here in the Solano, Sonoma County.
Love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to you, my man. And congratulations to your partner. Great stuff. Appreciate the feedback. All right, next up is Kevin and Kyrell. This is another first for one of our team members. Kyrell, just like Brianna, has been working tirelessly behind the scenes. So Kyrell, I'm going to turn the mic over to you, my man. Talk to us about this deal. Talk to us about the strategy and how you were able to get this deal across the finish line. So let's go, Kyrell.
All right, so this client was picked up at a open house. Thankfully wasn't represented by any agent or anything like that. So it was a little bit of a tough one, you know, as far as like the negotiations and things like that. I think we negotiated for like almost a week, just back and forth, back and forth. They were asking a little bit more. They was, you know, haggling as far as, you know, covering the buyer's agent commission fee and things like that. However, we did land to get, I mean, we did get our offer accepted at $50,000 less, and they covered the fees. So, you know, everything's good with that one. And we're in contract now. Escrow should be closing around the 23rd.
Man, congratulations. Absolutely love this story. So great job, my man. Way to show up. You've shown up to everything. You're applying, you're asking tons of questions to your advisor. So really good job. Shout out to Kevin as well for being a support system and being in your corner. Let's continue cruising on. Mama San got in contract up in Sacramento. Sorry about that. Got a contract up in Sacramento for $565. Rigo got in contract for $595. And Sebastian, aka Joel, got in a contract in Oakland for $600. Mama San, you are here. You are live and direct. Let's go over to you. Talk to us about the strategy. What are you experiencing up in that Sacramento market? What took you up to Sacramento? And let's go there. Let's hear the story.
Hey guys, so these clients actually are from San Francisco, Daly City. We started looking in San Francisco for about a month. they weren't seeing what they wanted at their price point, and they have a really good friend in Sacramento, so they were like, okay, let's go look up there. Just kind of peek around. Started looking in the Sacramento market at that price point. This was actually the third time we got into contract. The first one, we kept going back with the counter. The last part, they didn't want to accept the counter. They kind of shot themselves in the foot and said, oh man, we should have listened to Andrea. Next one was a short sale. We waited about a month and a half to get the lender approval. Didn't get that back. So said, you know what, we wanted to pull out a contract. So third time's a charm. We with the help of teammates out there, so shout out to Sophia and Sarah as well. They helped me do some tours out there. We after probably like the 12th house or something, got into contract. It was listed at 600. We got it 35K under asking and a 30K seller credit.
Let's go. Let's go. So I'm sure they're happy about their investment from looking in the city to Sacramento.
Big difference. Yeah. Three bedroom house with a pool versus a 2-bedroom condo in Frisco is going to, you know, price wise, they're very happy with their house. So excited. We're closing next week.
Yeah, I love this. And I love the momentum that you've had, you know, this last year carrying into this year. So congratulations on all your success. And hopefully we get to see you in New York.
That's right. I'll be out there.
Let's go. All right, guys, continuing on. Aaron Crisp got in a contract for $659 on a flex deal, and Otis and Sierra partnered up on a deal in Richmond for $660. I'm going to go to Aaron and Otis. So Aaron, talk to us about this deal. I see you are here, camera on. So have you talk to us about this deal? Talk to us about strategy.
This was a good deal. It was one where the Zillow Home Loans people reached out to me and already had somebody pre-approved. So it was a real good thing. And the experience I had with Zillow Home Loans is they were really on it. With this client, the strategy really was she would show me a house or two that she liked, and then I would look at a bunch of other houses and we'd, you know, make a tour of it. And she liked this house because she's from the Caribbean and the backyard has this like plush jungle vibe going on. And so she was really into it. We made an offer on this house, but there was 3 other offers that were made and we were kind of neck and neck with somebody else, but they ended up choosing that person first. But I talked to her, I kept her, you know, motivated. She's a first-time home buyer, so she got a little discouraged, but I said, you know, this is part of the way things happen. Your first offer doesn't always get accepted. She accepted it. We went out the next weekend and saw some stuff, but it wasn't quite the feeling she had from this one. But I had maintained communication with the listing agent. He was really cool. He's actually with EXP. And so that was kind of one of the things we kind of bonded over. I talked about the team a little bit and what we had going. And so we stayed in contact. And that very next weekend, he called me, and the person that beat us out had some issue with the little HOA or something that was on the house, and then that deal fell apart, and he called me back and we were able to get into contract on this house that she loved. And I mean, the rest was pretty easy. Like I said, Zillow's been very smooth. The buyer is a ER nurse, so she's not quite available, but when she's available, she's like really on it. And so she didn't really have any problems. And I just got a call today that we have docs and titles, so she's signing, and we're at the finish line pretty much.
Let's go, my man. Congratulations to her. I'm going to turn the mic over to Otis. Otis, talk to us about this deal that you and Sierra did. Talk to us about the strategy, what worked.
This was planting seeds from our partnership from almost a year ago. Me and Sierra, she did a great job with a drip, and these people literally just came out of the woodworks and said we wanted to see 4 or 5 houses. So I jumped up to the opportunity to go show some houses because it has been a while since I did it. So went out. They had big ambitions to be ready to get it, but they were like way outside their means. We looked at houses from like 600 up to $1 million. So I was really excited. They wanted to get the process going. We got them going with Stephanie from the Money Store. Shout out to the Money Store. I truly love them. She really helped us out on this. So we went after something that was about 660 after finally getting them approved. What we needed to the first go around, they were like around 599. So Steph got them up to, I believe, 725, but they didn't really want to go past 660. Found a beautiful condo in Richmond they're Tibetan, so there's a Tibetan community right there in those cherry blossoms, those new builds that was over there. I had previously sold one when they were literally new builds and got up on the credits, but this is different. Sellers only had the house for 3 years, so obviously there's not much equity, but they couldn't do the payment. So last minute, after our offer, they acted it because they went to go see another condo. The condo was $399 with a 809 HOA. This one was $660 with the 439, and I'm gonna show you how the benefits of using seller credits can really work into your advantage. So payment was too much for them. They went to the other one, 83, super old. I mean, the appreciation after 39 and a half years ain't there. They're paying higher taxes, but they feel comfortable with the payment at $4,600. They had about $15,000 in debt. So I was able to get them about $14,500 to buy all that debt down. Why is that important? Because it brings up not only the purchase price and everything, but it saved them over $995 a month towards paying bills, the car note, all that stuff's going to be going up. Your credit score is going up. So it was kind of an easy pitch to get them to come back. But it was only because the $399 condo wasn't warrantable. So it put us back on the table. Still was too far out because that payment was $6,200. Now, after I told the listing agent we were out, he offered to throw in a whole year of the HOA paid by the seller. That put $6,000 back on the table. So it makes that $6,200 payment come down to, I believe it was like 50, 53, 54. Plus, keep in mind, they're keeping the $995. So I got them back into the mindset that you can afford it. This isn't your budget. You're just confusing yourself because you're seeing that $399, which wasn't even going to be $399. It was $450. So they had it was a no-brainer. So we ended up getting, after like a whole 4 hours up in the snow trying to like be with the family, but negotiating, we got everything that we needed because they try to renege on the HOA and everything. So we're in contract. Everything's moving fast. We got 32 days to do it because you're leaving out of the country. So we need to close this shit fast. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to have to work the brain really early in the year because it's just going to make me feel like I'm going to just keep thriving and keep going even without the seller credits. But it's just beautiful to learn how to work with those things.
What a strategy, man. What a formula. Really well done to you and to Sierra. Great job. Love seeing that partnership and way to really fight for what's best for the consumer, my man. So really great stuff. Appreciate you sharing. Joseph got in contract in Paso Robles. V got in a contract with Blessing in Concord. I do not believe either of them are on. I know that Blessing is in Nigeria currently. So congratulations to everybody on the screen. And we're going to move on to the next category. Sunny got into contract in Folsom for $864. Congratulations, Sunny. I don't believe if Sunny is on either. So we're just going to keep on cruising. The Twins got into contract in South San Francisco for $1 million, and Jay got into contract in Hayward for $1,090,000. So congratulations, gentlemen. Well done. Love seeing this. Let's continue cruising on to the next category. Once again, Sierra is on the board in Hayward for 1.3. I didn't see Sierra's name on the call today, but huge shout out to Sierra. What an incredible last 2 weeks. And once again, you see David Bondalon on here for 1.9 in San Francisco. And they just purchased a business, a laundromat in Benicia. So they are leveraging the money that they're making in real estate and buying more opportunities for them and their family. So super excited for all their accomplishments. Viv and Kev got into contract in Oakland on their listing at $279. Congratulations. Dan Sandberg up in Elk Grove got in a contract for $525, and Kenny and Jen got in contract in Oakland on their listing for $545. Dan, talk to us about this $525 deal. Would love to hear the strategy, details about this deal. Let's turn the mic over to you, Mr. Mustache. Let's go.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so this is a client that I've been nurturing for a couple of years now. She originally came through as a Redfin buyer lead, and then just had been nurturing her. She wasn't super responsive, but would respond every couple of months. And then just out of the blue, she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I've decided instead of buying a house, I'm going to sell my house and move to Reno. Can you help me list it?" So yeah, great. Which again, it didn't feel like she was too serious about buying for the last year or two, but I just kept her in my drip, kept nurturing her, kept reaching out to her every couple of months, and it turned into something. I think we started at 550 with this one, and it was in a pretty desirable area, but went on market the week before Thanksgiving. because she needed to get moved, get under contract before the end of the year. So unfortunately, timing didn't work super well with us, but beforehand, we'd had a lot of conversations about the time of year that we were going on market and their strategy for if we don't get offers within a certain time period, price reductions, and how we were going to do that. So when the time came, it was not a surprise or a hard conversation that we had to do price reductions and come down. And oddly enough, we reduced price to a certain number. And then once we hit that number, we got multiple offers on the property and we're then able to negotiate it up a little bit. And actually got a non-contingent offer, all contingencies waived. So she was really happy with that because then she could just move into her next property. So I don't know, we hit a magic number and it actually wound up a little bit better than I expected.
I love it. I love the strategy. I love the pre-conversation that in the event that this happens, this is what the strategy is going to be. So there was no surprises. So well done. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to you. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Jen. And then next page, Babette got in contract in Vacaville for $740, Evangeline in Fairfield for $745. And Wanda in San Leandro got in a contract for $960. Evangeline, don't go too far because we're going to talk a little bit about this deal in a moment. I'll come right back to you. And then Hamada for the largest transaction in the last 2 weeks, 1.730. I don't know exactly where Trabuco Canyon is, but shout out to Hamada. Congratulations on a monster deal to close out 2024. So here's what you guys were able to accomplish in the last 2 weeks. 29 new escrows, a little shy of $21 million in new escrows, or new volume. So congratulations to you guys and all of your accomplishments. Well done. Way to close out the year strong. I'm going to go over to Evangeline, and there was many people to choose from this week for story of the week. And the reason why we landed on Evangeline, I don't know if you guys know, but Evangeline is a new mother, just gave birth. I think now it's 4 days ago. But you guys saw her come to business planning with her belly out and still dancing and still doing the work, comes to every single coaching session, and it's just relentless for her success. And the baby was waiting to come out until she closed this deal. And so Evangeline, congratulations to you. Congratulations on the birth of your new baby. Her name's Gigi, if you guys were curious. But we want to honor you this week and make you the story of the week. And so I want to turn the mic over to you, share any sentiment or thoughts with the group. But congratulations on making story of the week.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that deal, backstory on that is like it was coming from my previous brokerage. We weren't getting it moving. So shout out Team Fast because after Elias's critiques, my mentor Roxanne's critiques, we were able to get that sold in 2 weeks. So that's just awesome. Shout out to the whole team for the support on open houses, Kyrell and Jacob, to name a few. But yeah, needless to say, my sellers are pretty excited. They're taking that money to go buy their forever home. So that's awesome. The buyer is a VA buyer, which my sellers are really supportive of the military. So that's awesome there. Yeah, we got into contract right before I popped, and needless to say, I was even handling my clients as like I'm in labor, but hustle don't stop. And I think it's, 2025, right? No excuses. There's no excuses for anything. So we're here, we're showing up, and she's my little business partner. She sleeps as I'm on these meetings. So let's go.
Oh, I love that. I think someone was saying that earlier. I think Moli was saying that. She's like, when the girls were little, like they were right next to me. I was working while they were sleeping most of the time. So Evangeline, congratulations. We see your hustle. We see your commitment to your success, and huge congratulations to you as well as to your husband, Gigi, coming into this beautiful world. So shout out to you guys. Moving on up. Otis, you'll like this one. You probably want to take a picture of this one. Jacob, congratulations, my man. You're moving on up. You've completed your first 3 transactions. That means that you have graduated out of your advisorship, and you've also gotten a raise in your split. So, Jacob, we want to send you huge congratulations. I don't see Jacob on the call today, but, Otis, I know that you're super proud of him. You've been working really closely with him. And here's the thing. If I could bottle what I think of Jacob, homie's a hustler. He just hustles. He's down to make the calls. He's down to do the things, down to knock the doors, and he's always asking for feedback. And so he actually sent me his calendar the other day, like, hey, give me some feedback on what I need to do on my calendar. And so shout out to you, Jacob. Congratulations on graduating out of your advisorship. And hopefully you see this and you create a reel or talk about this on social media. But congratulations to Jacob. Continuing on, you guys, I want to share this with you because I think that this is super important for all of us. I'm going to go here really quick. How many of you, by a show of hands, attend any of the weekly masterminds that are held by Fast Forward Movement? Please raise your hand if you go to any of the Fast Forward Movement masterminds. There is obviously our Monday mastermind, which is the big session with hundreds and hundreds of agents from across the nation at EXP. Then you have your masterclass that is directly after that. There's a new agent program. There's a fast forward in Spanish. There's a lieutenants, that's $15 million to $30 million producers, generals, which is 50 million, grow your rev share group, solo agent mastermind, leading ladies. So here's my suggestion and here's my challenge to you guys. I want to see you guys really, really tap into Fast Forward Movement. There is probably not a week, unless I'm traveling or if I'm sick, that I'm not on a 10 o'clock call. I'm there every single Monday to learn, to fill my own cup and hear what other team members are doing and their approach to things that we might be challenged with. Now, we do our very best to take this information back to you guys. And so I wrote this here. For anybody that attends Keep It Moving group coaching on Mondays, on average, we're about 50 people every single Monday. I'm going to have these 3 words: who's coming with? What I mean by that is that we're going to do our coaching session 8:30 to 9:30. And then we have that half an hour break. And I'm going to ask you guys who's coming with. What I'd love to see is 20, 25 people, if not more, take that half an hour off and then come directly into our Fast Forward Movement group. I've grown tremendously. Kenny's grown. I can see on the screen that there's been other people that frequently come to the Fast Forward Movement events. It is a great way for you guys to get into a bigger group, find referral partners, and also contribute. There's tons of people, and sometimes there's 700 people on the call. And you might raise your hand or speak about something or contribute on the call. Now, when someone from North Carolina heard that Tyrell spoke and he's in the Bay Area, you're front of mind when they're thinking about referral partners. And so not only is it great for education, it's great for the community, but it's also great for you to form new partnerships throughout the country. So I want to encourage you guys, and I'm going to say it on group coaching every single Monday, who's coming with. If you're not part of our direct organization at EXP, we have to give you that password every single week. But if you're a part of our official EXP network, meaning that me or Kenny is your sponsor, then what we can do is we can get you into the Fast Forward Movement Facebook group, and you can get notified and you could be in that group and you can see all the guides and you can look at all the replays. I promise you guys, this is a huge opportunity for you to grow your knowledge base. And I don't think enough of us are taking advantage of it. You guys can go here and watch all of the past recordings, every single thing that has been said. And then you have all of the files. If anybody has dropped anything that you wanted to see, whether it's about expired listing presentation, home buying guide, whatever it is, there's so many resources in here at your fingertips. So Kenny and I
is your password that you're going to provide at the end of your call different than what's emailed to people that are already members?
No, it's the same
password, and then there's an automatic forwarding email that goes into the Slack channel and the train channel. It usually comes in there Sunday night, so the password's updated every week automatically.
So okay, so I don't know, double check on your end, because back in the day I used to automatically submit to add our new agents to be members of the channel, and I don't know, they cock blocked it or the admins, but agents on the call are trying to use that same password or have tried to use the same password that's shared or emailed to actual members. They still can't get in.
So the password changes every single week. So we'll do a really good job trying to update that. But if anybody needs the password and they don't have it and you're having trouble get in, just text me or DM me or send me a Slack message. But I want to do my very best to get as many of us in that group. And if you're not sponsored by me or Kenny, you cannot get access to the Facebook group. That's just their rules, not ours. The password
anyone in our network.
Yeah. The password for today, it's green.
Okay,
So
so
yes,
then it's not open to everybody on the team because everybody on the team.
No, no,
They
no,
come
no.
in.
The Facebook group is not open to everybody unless they're sponsored by Kenny or Iron in our network. But if they want to attend, they can still attend every single week for the masterminds. They just can't be a part of the Fast Forward Movement Facebook group.
Okay, just let us know how it works.
Yep.
I mean, like if it works out when you do this first one.
Yeah, if you guys need the code or need the password, if you haven't seen it in Slack and don't have it, just hit me up and I'll be glad to give that to you. And then every single coaching session, I'm going to do a who's coming with, and hopefully you guys take that 30 minutes, have your breakfast, do whatever you do, then hop back in with me for that hour. And I promise you this, if you give it a chance, you guys are going to take something positive away. And then also we'll be able to look at the categories of what's covered for that week. If it's applicable to you and something that interests you, then go to the session. If it's not something you want to hear about, then skip it. But I promise you, it will be a way for us all to elevate in 2025. So that's all I have. Kenny, any party words before we head out?
Nope.
All right, guys. Huge information coming soon. We're going to be putting tons of stuff on the calendar. We laid out our events calendar yesterday, and obviously work in progress. But we're going to be planning our year in review, and that's when we celebrate all of your accomplishments, awards, and things like that. So that date will be announced soon, and then obviously we'll have our fun and do our thing. So you guys, congratulations on an amazing year. I made a reel earlier. Feel free to share that with your audience, but congrats to every single one of you. We appreciate all of your hard work and all of your contributions that led to the success of this company. In 2025, I think we got past a lot of the storm, the settlement, all the things. All we do is just work our asses off and we hustle. So no matter what's going to happen in the industry, we're always going to find a way to win. And so that's what I respect and love about each and every one of you. So let's continue that. Be you, but fast. If you need anything at all, feel free to reach out. Have an amazing day and Happy New Year to each of you. Peace.